超速英単語
thick, thick, yard, yard, ready, ready, fire, fire, quarter, quarter, where, where, practice, practice, face, face, order, order, beside, beside, science, science, meal, meal, remember, remember, famous, famous, wrong, wrong, worry, worry, pretty, pretty, behind, behind, wind, wind, spend, spend, party, party, strange, strange, language, language, smell, smell, store, store, matter, matter, price, price, mistake, mistake, market, market, useful, useful, receive, receive, wise, wise, suit, suit, popular, popular, certain, certain, interest, interest, plant, plant, natural, natural, draw, draw, decide, decide, scene, scene, seem, seem, lose, lose, fact, fact, company, company, shape, shape, necessary, necessary, while, while, jam, jam, blow, blow, several, several, mean, mean, hurt, hurt, sharp, sharp, tongue, tongue, present, present, past, past, race, race, honest, honest, department, department, narrow, narrow, taste, taste, reach, reach, mine, mine, neighbor, neighbor, imagine, imagine, habit, habit, wheel, wheel, lazy, lazy, correct, correct, topic, topic, discuss, discuss, character, character, agree, agree, feed, feed, pray, pray, borrow, borrow, cite, cite, solve, solve, repeat, repeat, foreign, foreign, activity, activity, address, address, row, row, collect, collect, introduce, introduce, weather, weather, subject, subject, bear, bear, difference, difference, period, period, culture, culture, moment, moment, describe, describe, social, social, tight, tight, vote, vote, conversation, conversation, pleasure, pleasure, brain, brain, match, match, awake, awake, own, own, terrible, terrible, palace, palace, excellent, excellent, medicine, medicine, add, add, result, result, roll, roll, breathe, breathe, dig, dig, marry, marry, block, block, reason, reason, hide, hide, expensive, expensive, opposite, opposite, mention, mention, swallow, swallow, nearly, nearly, within, within, envelope, envelope, appearance, appearance, beyond, beyond, clerk, clerk, mystery, mystery, accept, accept, float, float, whole, whole, agency, agency, private, private, trade, trade, detail, detail, recently, recently, passage, passage, lack, lack, reply, reply, handle, handle, empty, empty, quite, quite, strike, strike, capital, capital, manage, manage, drill, drill, familiar, familiar, effect, effect, path, path, base, base, bay, bay, royal, royal, alive, alive, rate, rate, dust, dust, doubt, doubt, destroy, destroy, develop, develop, depend, depend, raise, raise, modern, modern, guard, guard, custom, custom, earn, earn, passenger, passenger, fare, fare, audience, audience, escape, escape, advice, advice, nation, nation, castle, castle, gentle, gentle, native, native, cheer, cheer, brilliant, brilliant, insect, insect, advise, advise, slide, slide, lawyer, lawyer, actually, actually, planet, planet, deal, deal, prefer, prefer, pour, pour, allow, allow, perform, perform, shade, shade, national, national, silly, silly, shore, shore, imagination, imagination, continue, continue, belong, belong, dislike, dislike, stuff, stuff, nature, nature, leather, leather, load, load, mood, mood, youth, youth, anxious, anxious, sudden, sudden, trick, trick, remain, remain, degree, degree, material, material, mark, mark, bill, bill, offer, offer, roll, roll, improve, improve, storm, storm, wealth, wealth, discussion, discussion, court, court, medical, medical, electric, electric, pleasant, pleasant, publish, publish, murder, murder, request, request, fear, fear, succeed, succeed, raw, raw, stranger, stranger, notice, notice, fault, fault, effort, effort, asleep, asleep, flood, flood, complain, complain, opinion, opinion, coast, coast, thirsty, thirsty, brave, brave, exactly, exactly, hardly, hardly, suggest, suggest, law, law, repair, repair, provide, provide, symbol, symbol, rush, rush, forever, forever, exist, exist, thief, thief, traffic, traffic, knowledge, knowledge, track, track, citizen, citizen, fix, fix, ability, ability, apart, apart, truth, truth, tear, tear, view, view, comfortable, comfortable, education, education, sink, sink, image, image, appear, appear, thought, thought, university, university, cash, cash, possible, possible, however, however, agent, agent, complete, complete, crown, crown, apply, apply, condition, condition, explain, explain, method, method, chapter, chapter, way, way, rather, rather, account, account, proper, proper, weight, weight, figure, figure, violent, violent, probably, probably, accept, accept, blood, blood, follow, follow, secretary, secretary, scientific, scientific, force, force, plenty, plenty, produce, produce, gather, gather, disappear, disappear, polite, polite, branch, branch, grateful, grateful, official, official, prepare, prepare, tip, tip, international, international, spread, spread, manner, manner, create, create, fashion, fashion, compare, compare, host, host, maker, maker, partly, partly, cost, cost, intelligent, intelligent, customer, customer, furniture, furniture, crowd, crowd, direction, direction, likely, likely, include, include, text, text, nervous, nervous, admire, admire, prevent, prevent, support, support, chest, chest, lend, lend, freeze, freeze, society, society, common, common, desert, desert, value, value, strength, strength, purpose, purpose, especially, especially, success, success, express, express, female, female, awful, awful, manager, manager, expect, expect, similar, similar, abroad, abroad, share, share, depth, depth, puzzle, puzzle, electricity, electricity, proof, proof, surely, surely, industry, industry, pause, pause, broadcast, broadcast, rank, rank, suffer, suffer, president, president, former, former, divide, divide, stretch, stretch, lie, lie, educate, educate, impression, impression, term, term, stupid, stupid, disease, disease, object, object, tiny, tiny, pure, pure, worn, worn, plain, plain, breath, breath, assist, assist, pain, pain, gain, gain, steam, steam, pupil, pupil, curve, curve, twin, twin, judge, judge, higher, higher, general, general, press, press, prepose, prepose, examination, examination, valuable, valuable, behave, behave, reserve, reserve, male, male, spirit, spirit, damage, damage, distant, distant, limit, limit, completely, completely, measure, measure, edge, edge, anger, anger, tax, tax, charge, charge, recover, recover, guess, guess, announce, announce, prisoner, prisoner, discount, discount, rapid, rapid, defend, defend, immediately, immediately, unless, unless, sweat, sweat, rough, rough, nephew, nephew, score, score, crash, crash, heaven, heaven, poet, poet, mass, mass, duty, duty, directly, directly, fuel, fuel, flow, flow, decision, decision, enemy, enemy, service, service, steal, steal, occasion, occasion, hate, hate, drown, drown, permit, permit, dare, dare, nod, nod, demand, demand, respect, respect, immediate, immediate, poison, poison, worth, worth, attend, attend, courage, courage, exact, exact, district, district, purse, purse, reasonable, reasonable, painful, painful, wonder, wonder, claim, claim, possibility, possibility, companion, companion, broad, broad, pole, pole, remove, remove, airline, airline, public, public, arrange, arrange, burst, burst, oh, oh, praise, praise, unable, unable, arrival, arrival, aware, aware, waste, waste, height, height, positive, positive, equal, equal, balance, balance, forgive, forgive, patient, patient, prove, prove, protect, protect, blame, blame, deliver, deliver, active, active, nowhere, nowhere, solid, solid, policy, policy, inform, inform, dozen, dozen, mild, mild, bow, bow, serious, serious, punish, punish, length, length, amount, amount, sort, sort, thumb, thumb, contain, contain, progress, progress, prison, prison, professor, professor, slip, slip, approach, approach, formal, formal, melt, melt, comfort, comfort, deaf, deaf, practical, practical, firm, firm, responsible, responsible, examine, examine, priest, priest, mankind, mankind, aim, aim, coal, coal, intend, intend, nor, stream, stream, struggle, struggle, illness, illness, clinic, clinic, weather, weather, distance, distance, model, model, precious, precious, deny, deny, wipe, wipe, navy, navy, regard, regard, willing, willing, cause, cast, cast, mate, mate, standard, standard, spare, spare, creation, creation, fellow, fellow, polish, polish, crew, crew, particular, particular, salary, salary, pin, pin, content, content, grand, grand, swing, swing, hang, hang, peak, peak, state, state, beat, beat, harm, harm, ceiling, ceiling, actual, actual, neat, neat, bend, bend, trust, trust, noble, noble, throat, throat, profit, profit, afterward, afterward, rumor, rumor, favorite, favorite, ought, ought, favor, favor, labor, labor, realize, realize, ideal, ideal, rude, rude, some, ugly, ugly, smart, smart, item, item, blank, blank, celebrate, celebrate, article, article, do, section, section, fever, fever, shelf, shelf, greet, greet, suggestion, suggestion, strict, strict, essay, essay, senior, senior, board, board, battery, battery, survive, survive, recent, recent, range, range, childhood, childhood, convenient, convenient, fully, fully, operate, operate, description, description, earthquake, earthquake, chemical, chemical, crime, crime, frame, frame, instrument, instrument, instant, instant, leisure, leisure, classic, classic, relax, relax, widely, widely, concern, concern, remind, remind, fee, fee, traditional, traditional, kingdom, kingdom, gradually, gradually, pity, pity, truly, truly, mainly, mainly, chart, chart, expression, expression, fortune, fortune, committee, committee, rob, rob, whatever, whatever, ray, ray, bury, bury, affair, affair, refer, refer, creative, creative, attempt, attempt, specific, specific, mysterious, mysterious, tap, tap, retire, retire, harmony, harmony, argument, argument, avoid, avoid, background, background, fairly, fairly, oppose, oppose, influence, influence, mostly, mostly, impact, impact, appointment, appointment, search, search, seek, seek, credit, credit, political, political, contact, contact, creature, creature, unknown, unknown, string, string, challenge, challenge, pill, pill, unit, unit, latest, latest, generation, generation, alarm, alarm, structure, structure, although, delay, delay, talent, talent, slave, slave, major, major, possibly, possibly, tone, tone, tradition, tradition, weep, weep, impress, impress, consider, consider, addition, addition, argue, argue, horror, horror, author, author, tune, tune, frighten, frighten, physical, physical, intelligence, intelligence, seed, seed, diet, diet, suitable, suitable, grace, grace, invent, invent, explore, explore, inner, inner, liberty, liberty, competition, competition, advantage, advantage, extremely, extremely, besides, besides, bargain, bargain, research, research, trap, trap, admit, admit, represent, represent, pile, pile, issue, issue, situation, situation, entertainment, entertainment, educational, educational, statement, statement, explanation, explanation, loose, loose, statue, statue, fancy, fancy, beg, beg, feature, feature, upset, upset, evidence, evidence, split, split, continent, continent, unusual, unusual, release, release, lane, lane, replace, replace, principle, principle, encourage, encourage, government, government, opportunity, opportunity, exchange, exchange, temperature, temperature, sake, sake, personality, personality, permission, permission, display, display, negative, negative, extra, extra, achieve, achieve, rent, rent, attitude, attitude, population, population, military, military, satisfy, satisfy, indeed, indeed, attractive, attractive, treasure, treasure, establish, establish, reflect, reflect, production, production, novel, novel, therefore, therefore, sell, sell, occupy, occupy, experiment, experiment, league, league, temporary, temporary, authority, authority, sore, sore, lung, lung, application, application, effect, effect, weapon, weapon, entire, entire, phrase, phrase, beneath, beneath, totally, totally, ashamed, ashamed, parking, parking, funeral, funeral, decrease, decrease, option, option, selfish, selfish, improvement, improvement, literature, literature, arrest, arrest, determine, determine, largely, largely, bomb, bomb, rare, rare, properly, properly, trend, trend, respond, respond, previous, previous, flock, flock, loss, loss, economic, economic, belief, belief, closely, closely, reward, reward, journal, journal, theory, theory, thus, thus, cruel, cruel, surface, surface, analysis, analysis, recommend, recommend, folk, folk, responsibility, responsibility, accompany, accompany, confirm, confirm, bold, bold, vehicle, vehicle, document, document, sigh, sigh, deserve, deserve, adopt, adopt, luggage, luggage, obvious, obvious, spoil, spoil, signature, signature, particularly, particularly, ambulance, ambulance, eager, eager, equipment, equipment, joint, joint, prayer, prayer, shame, shame, available, available, attach, attach, increase, increase, physics, physics, instruction, instruction, aid, aid, function, function, democracy, democracy, relate, relate, bunch, bunch, principle, principle, bless, bless, helpless, helpless, suspect, suspect, calm, calm, lean, lean, geography, geography, sour, sour, regulation, regulation, bitter, bitter, graduate, graduate, rely, rely, development, development, lately, lately, individual, individual, suppose, suppose, risk, risk, connect, connect, reduce, reduce, slightly, slightly, independent, independent, moreover, moreover, injury, injury, grave, grave, crop, crop, considerable, considerable, otherwise, otherwise, vague, vague, sympathy, sympathy, lecture, lecture, entertain, entertain, steady, steady, stress, stress, naked, naked, politics, politics, useless, useless, wound, wound, profession, profession, soul, soul, tend, tend, threat, threat, fond, fond, dull, dull, jealous, jealous, comment, comment, palm, palm, visual, visual, transport, transport, bet, bet, bore, bore, insist, insist, occur, occur, union, union, refuse, refuse, effective, effective, emotion, emotion, vision, vision, chase, chase, property, property, border, border, majority, majority, somehow, somehow, maintain, maintain, technique, technique, democratic, democratic, violence, violence, proposal, proposal, presence, presence, religion, religion, assistance, assistance, temper, temper, permanent, permanent, fund, fund, throughout, throughout, complex, complex, relation, relation, absolute, absolute, breast, breast, expense, expense, various, various, foundation, foundation, operation, operation, mount, mount, whenever, whenever, minor, minor, interrupt, interrupt, attract, attract, victim, victim, global, global, academic, academic, yell, yell, legal, legal, bullet, bullet, passion, passion, settle, settle, ignore, ignore, justice, justice, possess, possess, horizon, horizon, protest, protest, guilty, guilty, industrial, industrial, merely, merely, organ, organ, swear, swear, financial, financial, require, require, ordinary, ordinary, atomic, atomic, unique, unique, essential, essential, boast, boast, election, election, whistle, whistle, muscle, muscle, mineral, mineral, governor, governor, absence, absence, income, income, cure, cure, disappoint, disappoint, unexpected, unexpected, afford, afford, fourth, fourth, universe, universe, security, security, element, element, insurance, insurance, patience, patience, ruin, ruin, vast, vast, observe, observe, intention, intention, loyal, loyal, appoint, appoint, approve, approve, conscious, conscious, benefit, benefit, hunger, hunger, twist, twist, carriage, carriage, commercial, commercial, discovery, discovery, basis, basis, conduct, conduct, observation, observation, rarely, rarely, glance, glance, knit, knit, device, device, appeal, appeal, career, career, link, link, tail, tail, lightning, lightning, confidence, confidence, casual, casual, delight, delight, pale, pale, grant, grant, rapidly, rapidly, wherever, wherever, supply, supply, entirely, entirely, climate, climate, fur, fur, dramatic, dramatic, merchant, merchant, sufficient, sufficient, desire, desire, quality, quality, politician, politician, overnight, overnight, alike, alike, swell, swell, reject, reject, mental, mental, economy, economy, altogether, altogether, angle, angle, failure, failure, relative, relative, surround, surround, typical, typical, translate, translate, rid, rid, agreement, agreement, treat, treat, ladder, ladder, huge, huge, crush, crush, composition, composition, bear, bear, means, means, breed, breed, relief, relief, employer, employer, witness, witness, revolution, revolution, ease, ease, rub, rub, stock, stock, odd, odd, client, client, lawn, lawn, domestic, domestic, faith, faith, project, project, exception, exception, seldom, seldom, pretend, pretend, export, export, reform, reform, stroke, stroke, sensitive, sensitive, motion, motion, quarrel, quarrel, informal, informal, nerve, nerve, advance, advance, institution, institution, environment, environment, reaction, reaction, finance, finance, transfer, transfer, wheat, wheat, worm, worm, percentage, percentage, necessity, necessity, telescope, telescope, neglect, neglect, cough, cough, suffering, suffering, expert, expert, index, index, soil, soil, regret, regret, tough, tough, wage, wage, bind, bind, carbon, carbon, evil, evil, spin, spin, aircraft, aircraft, sensible, sensible, defeat, defeat, lap, lap, criminal, criminal, dismiss, dismiss, employee, employee, sweep, sweep, found, found, clothing, clothing, keen, keen, thread, thread, dawn, dawn, wealthy, wealthy, offend, offend, grip, grip, slight, slight, employ, employ, practically, practically, threaten, threaten, suck, suck, moral, moral, identify, identify, somewhat, somewhat, technical, technical, sincere, sincere, contract, contract, trial, trial, operator, operator, elect, elect, import, import, stiff, stiff, patch, patch, minister, minister, community, community, probable, probable, crack, crack, pose, pose, recognize, recognize, promising, promising, license, license, merit, merit, lord, lord, ministry, ministry, honor, honor, organization, organization, jail, jail, humor, humor, neighborhood, neighborhood, nationality, nationality, contest, contest, pollution, pollution, survey, survey, site, site, code, code, athlete, athlete, illegal, illegal, rating, rating, harvest, harvest, occupation, occupation, web, web, task, task, significant, significant, tidy, tidy, ancestor, ancestor, aged, aged, context, context, exhibition, exhibition, anniversary, anniversary, editor, editor, strongly, strongly, precise, precise, award, award, globe, globe, association, association, contrast, contrast, uncomfortable, uncomfortable, debate, debate, so, so, remote, remote, lively, lively, ancient, ancient, wander, wander, consequence, consequence, source, source, unfortunately, unfortunately, breeze, breeze, independence, independence, pronunciation, pronunciation, logical, logical, adjust, adjust, solution, solution, concentrate, concentrate, disadvantage, disadvantage, injure, injure, appropriate, appropriate, fiction, fiction, reveal, reveal, invade, invade, artificial, artificial, greedy, greedy, consist, consist, elderly, elderly, spill, spill, bloom, bloom, pronounce, pronounce, portrait, portrait, scenery, scenery, emergency, emergency, apparently, apparently, disagree, disagree, enormous, enormous, indicate, indicate, pursue, pursue, envy, envy, appreciate, appreciate, bride, bride, confident, confident, harmful, harmful, bite, bite, landscape, landscape, ambition, ambition, wisdom, wisdom, newly, newly, resemble, resemble, encounter, encounter, acquire, acquire, oxygen, oxygen, maximum, maximum, achievement, achievement, peculiar, peculiar, status, status, enclose, enclose, misery, misery, category, category, marine, marine, extent, extent, comedy, comedy, conflict, conflict, transportation, transportation, extend, extend, remarkable, remarkable, voyage, voyage, launch, launch, inspire, inspire, humanity, humanity, fade, fade, empire, empire, invest, invest, nuclear, nuclear, laughter, laughter, normally, normally, recall, recall, engaged, engaged, resource, resource, summit, summit, emotional, emotional, trace, trace, nasty, nasty, engage, engage, emerge, emerge, deposit, deposit, retain, retain, extraordinary, extraordinary, mechanical, mechanical, admission, admission, settlement, settlement, bleed, bleed, deed, deed, adapt, adapt, nap, nap, representative, representative, stable, stable, convince, convince, conquer, conquer, scholar, scholar, obtain, obtain, charity, charity, incident, incident, minority, minority, spiritual, spiritual, personally, personally, capable, capable, promotion, promotion, constitution, constitution, conclusion, conclusion, innocent, innocent, rescue, rescue, discourage, discourage, absorb, absorb, definition, definition, wildlife, wildlife, contrary, contrary, satisfaction, satisfaction, guarantee, guarantee, construction, construction, seize, seize, electronic, electronic, institute, institute, caution, caution, generous, generous, triumph, triumph, collapse, collapse, ache, ache, differ, differ, negotiation, negotiation, annual, annual, sword, sword, concentration, concentration, recovery, recovery, terror, terror, eventually, eventually, severe, severe, associate, associate, steep, steep, proceed, proceed, possession, possession, interval, interval, aspect, aspect, mess, mess, alternative, alternative, frequently, frequently, intense, intense, curiosity, curiosity, log, log, accuse, accuse, shortly, shortly, current, current, atmosphere, atmosphere, secure, secure, declare, declare, urgent, urgent, abstract, abstract, resist, resist, compound, compound, construct, construct, trail, trail, strain, strain, dealer, dealer, glory, glory, apparent, apparent, impressive, impressive, philosophy, philosophy, unite, unite, involve, involve, absolutely, absolutely, investigation, investigation, region, region, heal, heal, establishment, establishment, notion, notion, comparison, comparison, anxiety, anxiety, via, via, brief, brief, administration, administration, artistic, artistic, liquid, liquid, partial, partial, poverty, poverty, involved, involved, counsel, counsel, obviously, obviously, debt, debt, visible, visible, overcome, overcome, electrical, electrical, enthusiasm, enthusiasm, extreme, extreme, accurate, accurate, civil, civil, vice, vice, identity, identity, hesitate, hesitate, shelter, shelter, barely, barely, mere, mere, combine, combine, define, define, preparation, preparation, consideration, consideration, imitate, imitate, mayor, mayor, instance, instance, enable, enable, despite, despite, cave, cave, definite, definite, expand, expand, faint, faint, monitor, monitor, nevertheless, nevertheless, reception, reception, expose, expose, command, command, increasingly, increasingly, affection, affection, finding, finding, burden, burden, depart, depart, urge, urge, distribute, distribute, vain, vain, household, household, curious, curious, clip, clip, gay, gay, disaster, disaster, monument, monument, logic, logic, critical, critical, blessing, blessing, whisper, whisper, stir, stir, filter, filter, medium, medium, minimum, minimum, fold, fold, bother, bother, passive, passive, layer, layer, persuade, persuade, origin, origin, definitely, definitely, relatively, relatively, inevitable, inevitable, very, very, distinguish, distinguish, sensation, sensation, capture, capture, canal, canal, despair, despair, treatment, treatment, tension, tension, charm, charm, bond, bond, assume, assume, capacity, capacity, explosion, explosion, destruction, destruction, departure, departure, cattle, cattle, tense, tense, county, county, cancer, cancer, excess, excess, thorough, thorough, ripe, ripe, sorrow, sorrow, endure, endure, efficient, efficient, resident, resident, shallow, shallow, govern, govern, primitive, primitive, appetite, appetite, regarding, regarding, scold, scold, scatter, scatter, restore, restore, locate, locate, maintenance, maintenance, destination, destination, reduction, reduction, republic, republic, scratch, scratch, rage, rage, reputation, reputation, internal, internal, accomplish, accomplish, compete, compete, craft, craft, conclude, conclude, mutual, mutual, shortage, shortage, stare, stare, unlikely, unlikely, tide, tide, emphasis, emphasis, forecast, forecast, calculate, calculate, outstanding, outstanding, resolve, resolve, tropical, tropical, delivery, delivery, resort, resort, proportion, proportion, decline, decline, contribution, contribution, agriculture, agriculture, occasionally, occasionally, promote, promote, quantity, quantity, scare, scare, delicate, delicate, miserable, miserable, evident, evident, literary, literary, opposition, opposition, vessel, vessel, drag, drag, hatred, hatred, dependent, dependent, briefly, briefly, existence, existence, strip, strip, acquaintance, acquaintance, era, era, stem, stem, preserve, preserve, complicated, complicated, session, session, crisis, crisis, frequent, frequent, approval, approval, constantly, constantly, prosperity, prosperity, nearby, nearby, meanwhile, meanwhile, spark, spark, thrill, thrill, grasp, grasp, hollow, hollow, thirst, thirst, frankly, frankly, physician, physician, welfare, welfare, gradual, gradual, publication, publication, mature, mature, extension, extension, radical, radical, amuse, amuse, ladder, ladder, blend, blend, explode, explode, division, division, tomb, tomb, decorate, decorate, stake, stake, blossom, blossom, prospect, prospect, assert, assert, luxury, luxury, popularity, popularity, focus, focus, skip, skip, universal, universal, starve, starve, budget, budget, snap, snap, clap, clap, exhibit, exhibit, recognition, recognition, expectation, expectation, spray, spray, primary, primary, purchase, purchase, panel, panel, commerce, commerce, seal, seal, spectacle, spectacle, yield, yield, submit, submit, shift, shift, component, component, pitch, pitch, factor, factor, frontier, frontier, chew, chew, pavement, pavement, fundamental, fundamental, yawn, yawn, procedure, procedure, descend, descend, reference, reference, existing, existing, territory, territory, rural, rural, ash, ash, counter, counter, remark, remark, modest, modest, conscience, conscience, plot, plot, digest, digest, characteristic, characteristic, ignorant, ignorant, virtue, virtue, billion, billion, external, external, surrender, surrender, crawl, crawl, pursuit, pursuit, impose, impose, ban, ban, legislation, legislation, outcome, outcome, invisible, invisible, upright, upright, impulse, impulse, thoroughly, thoroughly, bloody, bloody, weave, weave, squeeze, squeeze, deceive, deceive, privilege, privilege, conference, conference, smash, smash, species, species, flee, flee, tribe, tribe, haste, haste, cheat, cheat, misunderstand, misunderstand, outline, outline, recommendation, recommendation, criticism, criticism, portion, portion, fate, fate, readily, readily, leap, leap, convention, convention, tame, tame, instinct, instinct, conventional, conventional, cabinet, cabinet, constant, constant, priority, priority, justify, justify, investigate, investigate, mighty, mighty, grief, grief, grain, grain, investment, investment, rattle, rattle, dumb, dumb, reverse, reverse, betray, betray, idle, idle, decade, decade, necessarily, necessarily, detailed, detailed, scent, scent, perceive, perceive, revenge, revenge, confess, confess, commission, commission, fame, fame, manual, manual, vanish, vanish, campaign, campaign, scheme, scheme, amaze, amaze, assure, assure, insult, insult, overlook, overlook, parliament, parliament, penalty, penalty, initial, initial, liberal, liberal, decay, decay, intent, intent, formation, formation, flesh, flesh, obey, obey, resolution, resolution, variation, variation, venture, venture, mercy, mercy, enterprise, enterprise, cooperation, cooperation, rear, rear, circuit, circuit, corporation, corporation, sector, sector, striking, striking, intellectual, intellectual, previously, previously, output, output, essentially, essentially, resistance, resistance, desirable, desirable, tender, tender, acid, acid, discipline, discipline, substance, substance, genius, genius, verse, verse, humble, humble, prose, prose, limb, limb, estimate, estimate, breakdown, breakdown, flame, flame, estate, estate, manufacture, manufacture, potential, potential, postpone, postpone, interior, interior, overall, overall, abuse, abuse, laundry, laundry, wilderness, wilderness, rebel, rebel, scarcely, scarcely, inherit, inherit, circumstance, circumstance, treaty, treaty, blade, blade, millionaire, millionaire, await, await, multiply, multiply, alter, alter, quit, quit, suburb, suburb, province, province, interfere, interfere, Congress, Congress, imperial, imperial, token, token, mode, mode, rejoice, rejoice, restrain, restrain, preach, preach, marvelous, marvelous, behavior, behavior, alien, alien, kindergarten, kindergarten, jewelry, jewelry, emphasize, emphasize, cosmos, cosmos, meadow, meadow, criticize, criticize, peasant, peasant, colony, colony, drift, drift, chill, chill, mechanism, mechanism, founder, founder, accord, accord, immense, immense, prolong, prolong, sin, sin, analyze, analyze, parallel, parallel, apt, apt, flavor, flavor, apologize, apologize, harsh, harsh, nursing, nursing, sacrifice, sacrifice, wicked, wicked, splendid, splendid, draft, draft, organize, organize, pioneer, pioneer, saint, saint, youngster, youngster, distinct, distinct, namely, namely, boundary, boundary, elementary, elementary, garbage, garbage, annoy, annoy, aisle, aisle, strategy, strategy, unlike, unlike, bug, bug, predict, predict, forbid, forbid, serial, serial, psychologist, psychologist, armed, armed, advertising, advertising, unpleasant, unpleasant, confuse, confuse, architecture, architecture, disturb, disturb, dinosaur, dinosaur, commitment, commitment, fantastic, fantastic, clue, clue, concept, concept, overwhelming, overwhelming, tease, tease, derive, derive, abandon, abandon, chat, chat, conservation, conservation, confusion, confusion, garment, garment, imaginary, imaginary, reflection, reflection, psychological, psychological, primarily, primarily, conservative, conservative, behalf, behalf, rational, rational, earnest, earnest, ridiculous, ridiculous, burglar, burglar, tempt, tempt, phenomenon, phenomenon, participate, participate, consequently, consequently, terrific, terrific, deprive, deprive, accustom, accustom, magnificent, magnificent, arithmetic, arithmetic, suicide, suicide, philosopher, philosopher, substitute, substitute, contribute, contribute, stubborn, stubborn, satellite, satellite, neutral, neutral, prominent, prominent, organism, organism, incredible, incredible, surgery, surgery, initially, initially, compose, compose, approximately, approximately, significance, significance, register, register, surprisingly, surprisingly, prejudice, prejudice, depression, depression, eternal, eternal, preference, preference, ensure, ensure, warrior, warrior, similarity, similarity, widespread, widespread, substantial, substantial, exhausted, exhausted, consumption, consumption, liver, liver, grab, grab, negotiate, negotiate, tragedy, tragedy, spectator, spectator, bureau, bureau, allowance, allowance, reproduce, reproduce, vivid, vivid, survival, survival, mischief, mischief, volcano, volcano, facility, facility, deadline, deadline, routine, routine, constitute, constitute, diligent, diligent, remedy, remedy, cultivate, cultivate, abundant, abundant, undergo, undergo, renew, renew, sneeze, sneeze, attain, attain, awkward, awkward, sculpture, sculpture, modify, modify, numerous, numerous, myth, myth, compromise, compromise, suspicion, suspicion, moisture, moisture, steadily, steadily, tissue, tissue, restrict, restrict, desperate, desperate, uncover, uncover, bump, bump, unemployment, unemployment, react, react, assign, assign, racial, racial, laboratory, laboratory, sphere, sphere, similarly, similarly, critic, critic, environmental, environmental, competitive, competitive, typically, typically, superior, superior, consumer, consumer, awareness, awareness, regional, regional, inhabitant, inhabitant, motive, motive, massive, massive, format, format, proverb, proverb, convey, convey, distinction, distinction, damp, damp, dissolve, dissolve, chaos, chaos, advertise, advertise, feast, feast, consume, consume, accidental, accidental, mourn, mourn, headline, headline, embarrass, embarrass, aggressive, aggressive, qualify, qualify, fluent, fluent, mission, mission, moderate, moderate, furnish, furnish, infection, infection, transform, transform, sacred, sacred, proclaim, proclaim, ward, ward, dispute, dispute, ethnic, ethnic, regardless, regardless, devote, devote, ultimate, ultimate, inspector, inspector, accordingly, accordingly, assembly, assembly, astonish, astonish, perception, perception, conceive, conceive, punctual, punctual, federal, federal, highlight, highlight, gaze, gaze, obligation, obligation, anticipate, anticipate, sustain, sustain, resume, resume, chip, chip, exhaust, exhaust, extensive, extensive, expedition, expedition, likewise, likewise, consent, consent, regulate, regulate, outlook, outlook, refuge, refuge, exclude, exclude, carve, carve, interpret, interpret, legend, legend, commander, commander, flexible, flexible, colleague, colleague, excessive, excessive, thermometer, thermometer, conceal, conceal, observer, observer, originate, originate, despise, despise, effectively, effectively, embassy, embassy, nightmare, nightmare, dread, dread, die, die, theme, theme, prosper, prosper, fierce, fierce, shrink, shrink, exceed, exceed, recruit, recruit, urban, urban, dip, dip, overtake, overtake, recession, recession, assumption, assumption, undertake, undertake, input, input, prompt, prompt, reluctant, reluctant, consensus, consensus, dignity, dignity, cope, cope, steer, steer, consistent, consistent, abolish, abolish, exaggerate, exaggerate, immigrant, immigrant, vital, vital, gear, gear, ambassador, ambassador, cease, cease, relieve, relieve, retirement, retirement, divorce, divorce, withdraw, withdraw, imply, imply, headquarters, headquarters, tolerate, tolerate, retreat, retreat, genuine, genuine, consult, consult, nursery, nursery, mixture, mixture, inflation, inflation, dominate, dominate, objective, objective, suspend, suspend, oral, oral, revive, revive, biological, biological, illustrate, illustrate, profile, profile, concrete, concrete, restriction, restriction, detect, detect, absurd, absurd, phase, phase, margin, margin, peer, peer, refugee, refugee, condemn, condemn, precisely, precisely, sue, sue, destiny, destiny, assemble, assemble, entitle, entitle, plead, plead, vow, vow, prevail, prevail, optimistic, optimistic, psychology, psychology, instantly, instantly, satisfactory, satisfactory, alert, alert, quote, quote, crucial, crucial, partnership, partnership, barrier, barrier, literally, literally, violate, violate, evolution, evolution, roar, roar, troop, troop, prohibit, prohibit, transition, transition, elite, elite, confine, confine, evaluate, evaluate, candidate, candidate, provision, provision, pessimistic, pessimistic, prime, prime, statesman, statesman, guideline, guideline, opponent, opponent, soar, soar, investor, investor, confront, confront, drain, drain, multiple, multiple, discharge, discharge, stain, stain, alliance, alliance, resign, resign, implement, implement, inspect, inspect, corridor, corridor, contemporary, contemporary, particle, particle, stimulate, stimulate, disguise, disguise, core, core, disorder, disorder, expansion, expansion, strive, strive, executive, executive, convert, convert, fulfill, fulfill, dispose, dispose, testing, testing, portray, portray, isolated, isolated, prefecture, prefecture, pull, pull, brutal, brutal, refine, refine, soul, soul, civilian, civilian, defect, defect, disgust, disgust, civilization, civilization, specialize, specialize, bulk, bulk, air, air, esteem, esteem, ascend, ascend, irony, irony, inquire, inquire, omit, omit, accustomed, accustomed, erase, erase, oblige, oblige, grocery, grocery, distress, distress, combat, combat, grind, grind, fiber, fiber, install, install, flourish, flourish, summon, summon, democrat, democrat, halt, halt, supreme, supreme, chamber, chamber, senate, senate, which, sentiment, sentiment, inferior, inferior, diplomatic, diplomatic, apparatus, apparatus, fertile, fertile, dairy, dairy, cartoon, cartoon, curse, curse, uneasy, uneasy, cruise, cruise, script, script, terrify, terrify, orphan, orphan, dizzy, dizzy, junk, junk, fake, fake, scope, scope, dedicate, dedicate, reliable, reliable, orbit, orbit, complicate, complicate, economics, economics, congratulate, congratulate, controversial, controversial, tremendous, tremendous, trash, trash, narrative, narrative, choke, choke, worthwhile, worthwhile, curriculum, curriculum, virus, virus, divine, divine, participant, participant, alcoholic, alcoholic, ingredient, ingredient, intermediate, intermediate, terminal, terminal, haunt, haunt, nonetheless, nonetheless, mislead, mislead, gene, gene, retail, retail, virtual, virtual, overwhelm, overwhelm, fragment, fragment, tremble, tremble, complement, complement, ape, ape, formula, formula, slavery, slavery, dump, dump, rubbish, rubbish, applaud, applaud, biography, biography, pregnant, pregnant, fuss, fuss, glimpse, glimpse, theft, theft, accidentally, accidentally, symptom, symptom, irritate, irritate, countless, countless, owing, owing, unfold, unfold, fascinate, fascinate, revise, revise, sheer, sheer, regain, regain, discrimination, discrimination, insight, insight, classify, classify, obstacle, obstacle, cue, cue, librarian, librarian, nutrition, nutrition, sequence, sequence, acknowledge, acknowledge, tourism, tourism, storage, storage, molecule, molecule, simultaneously, simultaneously, generate, generate, skyscraper, skyscraper, eliminate, eliminate, hospitality, hospitality, jury, jury, dimension, dimension, lest, lest, innovation, innovation, correspond, correspond, execute, execute, interpretation, interpretation, ritual, ritual, corruption, corruption, naughty, naughty, revenue, revenue, indifferent, indifferent, shatter, shatter, statistics, statistics, span, span, therapy, therapy, penetrate, penetrate, competent, competent, vacant, vacant, persist, persist, boost, boost, adequate, adequate, ultimately, ultimately, valid, valid, perspective, perspective, ample, ample, trivial, trivial, exploit, exploit, controversy, controversy, transmit, transmit, relevant, relevant, metaphor, metaphor, torture, torture, soak, soak, preliminary, preliminary, masterpiece, masterpiece, corrupt, corrupt, astronomy, astronomy, bounce, bounce, viewer, viewer, assessment, assessment, ally, ally, probe, probe, blast, blast, infect, infect, pension, pension, accumulate, accumulate, certificate, certificate, personnel, personnel, complexity, complexity, attribute, attribute, involvement, involvement, worship, worship, outbreak, outbreak, plague, plague, supplement, supplement, courtesy, courtesy, bankrupt, bankrupt, sophisticated, sophisticated, equation, equation, compulsory, compulsory, foul, foul, subtle, subtle, intimate, intimate, decent, decent, mortal, mortal, whereas, whereas, paradox, paradox, mock, mock, fluid, fluid, extract, extract, deliberately, deliberately, deputy, deputy, equip, equip, midst, midst, tackle, tackle, leak, leak, defy, defy, deliberate, deliberate, cooperate, cooperate, voter, voter, deficit, deficit, assess, assess, faculty, faculty, vigorous, vigorous, nuisance, nuisance, Rome, Rome, solar, solar, heritage, heritage, riddle, riddle, transparent, transparent, stack, stack, analyst, analyst, senator, senator, evolve, evolve, initiative, initiative, suppress, suppress, insufficient, insufficient, provoke, provoke, activist, activist, reign, reign, commodity, commodity, intervention, intervention, profound, profound, compel, compel, fossil, fossil, utilize, utilize, realm, realm, obscure, obscure, mammal, mammal, hostile, hostile, manuscript, manuscript, queue, queue, transaction, transaction, collective, collective, foster, foster, dialogue, dialogue, voluntary, voluntary, insert, insert, offspring, offspring, comprehend, comprehend, plantation, plantation, fraction, fraction, endeavor, endeavor, cluster, cluster, rust, rust, diminish, diminish, pledge, pledge, vocal, vocal, diversity, diversity, cargo, cargo, precaution, precaution, cosmetic, cosmetic, elaborate, elaborate, asset, asset, defendant, defendant, ratio, ratio, site, site, magnetic, magnetic, reap, reap, hence, hence, intellect, intellect, restless, restless, frustrate, frustrate, reckless, reckless, coverage, coverage, quest, quest, fatigue, fatigue, abrupt, abrupt, patent, patent, coordinate, coordinate, monopoly, monopoly, premise, premise, isolate, isolate, infinite, infinite, rigid, rigid, accommodate, accommodate, disclose, disclose, depress, depress, abortion, abortion, equivalent, equivalent, odor, odor, counterpart, counterpart, devise, devise, peril, peril, superstition, superstition, souvenir, souvenir, deficiency, deficiency, agenda, agenda, oppress, oppress, lottery, lottery, illuminate, illuminate, soothe, soothe, complement, complement, ecology, ecology, diameter, diameter, hazard, hazard, meditation, meditation, weird, weird, recite, recite, humid, humid, wither, wither, insane, insane, usage, usage, cherish, cherish, vain, vain, interaction, interaction, enrich, enrich, rotten, rotten, clumsy, clumsy, embrace, embrace, arouse, arouse, enhance, enhance, divert, divert, catastrophe, catastrophe, recollection, recollection, toll, toll, adore, adore, intersection, intersection, excel, excel, prestige, prestige, navigate, navigate, fabric, fabric, doom, doom, merchandise, merchandise, prior, prior, prescribe, prescribe, furious, furious, thesis, thesis, donate, donate, testify, testify, altitude, altitude, indispensable, indispensable, virtually, virtually, nourish, nourish, anonymous, anonymous, intrude, intrude, approximate, approximate, verbal, verbal, identical, identical, foresee, foresee, contradict, contradict, reinforce, reinforce, outfit, outfit, refrain, refrain, arrogant, arrogant, proceed, proceed, displace, displace, injection, injection, bid, bid, indulge, indulge, patriotic, patriotic, coincide, coincide, clarify, clarify, legitimate, legitimate, eloquent, eloquent, tyranny, tyranny, enforce, enforce, straightforward, straightforward, distract, distract, compensate, compensate, comprehensive, comprehensive, subsidy, subsidy, collision, collision, census, census, perpetual, perpetual, menace, menace, induce, induce, hypothesis, hypothesis, mortality, mortality, eminent, eminent, appliance, appliance, dialect, dialect, chore, chore, fingerprint, fingerprint, duration, duration, doctrine, doctrine, greed, greed, subjective, subjective, friction, friction, amendment, amendment, vapor, vapor, surpass, surpass, timber, timber, predecessor, predecessor, riot, riot, incorporate, incorporate, mainstream, mainstream, cling, cling, equator, equator, presume, presume, density, density, drastic, drastic, bias, bias, staple, staple, domain, domain, emission, emission, surplus, surplus, diagnosis, diagnosis, crude, crude, vertical, vertical, intake, intake, intact, intact, liable, liable, notable, notable, attorney, attorney, specimen, specimen, subsequent, subsequent, edible, edible, investigator, investigator, potentially, potentially, prosecutor, prosecutor, protein, protein, evacuate, evacuate, significantly, significantly.
高評価、チャンネル登録もよろしく。